Spirit, carry me, oh.
Carry me,
Holy Spirit, carry me, oh.
carry me,
On wings of eagles, carry me, oh.
carry me,
To the place of prayer, carry me, oh.
carry me,
Holy Spirit, carry me, oh.
carry me,
To the place of power, carry me, oh.
carry me.
Praise the name of the Lord. Thank you for tuning in again. This is another day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. In spite of all the challenges going on around the world, I want you to be rest assured that God is still in control, and God doesn't make mistake. He is still God, and I believe He's trying to establish His supremacy and sovereignty over the entire planet. It is my prayer that these will pass away by the grace of God. But the key issue, like I've been emphasizing, and this is part 3 of our message, biblical lessons for such a time as this. Today we are going to talk about how to worship God with all of our hearts, with the whole heart. We've got to get to the point where we must know that God is a jealous God, and He wants all of us, not 10%, not 20%. He wants 100% of our dedication and our commitment. So I pray that God will open our hearts to understand this message. We are talking about treatment and vaccines and how to open up the economy again all over the world, and things, which is good. It is my prayer that will happen as soon as possible. However, we must address some key spiritual issues. We must examine ourselves, and any area that needs adjustment, we need to adjust. That means we must change our ways. We must begin to rethink how we worship God. We cannot put God in back burner and expect to just enjoy life all the way. He is our creator. He created us for a reason. He created us to recognize Him as God. He created us so that we can worship Him, so that we can adore Him, so that we can go by His rules and regulations. But if we get to the point where we think, well, God really doesn't matter, then these terrible viruses will keep coming. I know to some people they will not see the connection, but if you read the Bible, and if God opens your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears and gives you some light in your understanding, you will begin to know that these things are connected. So again, my goal here as a servant of the Most High God is to teach believers and unbelievers how to behave. That's according to Exodus 18:20. Teach them His decrees and instructions, and show them the way they are to live and how they are to behave. Show them. That is part of the assignment I'm given by God. Show them how to live and how to behave. These days people are coming with their own ethics and their own want to run away from Scripture, but we cannot run away from Scripture. So let's look at Matthew 22, 37 through 40. Matthew 22, 37 through 40. Jesus replied, the apostles, and he said, "You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. A second is equally as important. Love your neighbor as yourself. The entire law and all the demands of the prophets are based on these two commandments: to love God and to love people." So the first thing is to establish that relationship with God, because once we have the fear of God and we go by the values of God, then we'll know how to relate to each other. We relate in love, treat people with dignity, treat them with integrity, treat them with respect, treat them with honor, and look out for their good. If we truly want to worship God, we must begin to practice the fruits of the Spirit. Love is the key word. So that is extremely important. We must do that first. If we don't, we are just deceiving ourselves. So let us look at Matthew chapter 6. I'll begin reading from verse 28. Matthew 6 from verse 28. It says, "And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon, in all his splendor, was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Seek first. We must put God first. Everything we do, we must recognize that we are first believers before any other profession or career on this earth. That means we must give God his place. Christ said, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give to God what belongs to God." What that means, we must live a balanced life. Spiritually, mentally, physically, in every sense of the word, we must live a balanced life. Unfortunately, most people, they don't pay regard to God. They don't believe that God exists. And as a result, what happens? They don't even pay attention. They just go after other things. And that is part of the problem. That is why the whole world is shutting down today. Because I believe that God himself is trying to get the attention of the world. Whatever way he does that. For those who want to be logical and who want to think they are too smart, they say, how can a good God do this? Well, it's not about how can a good God do this. God is a God of mercy. He's also a God of judgment. He wants you and I to worship him. If you worship him in spirit and in truth, if you obey his instructions, you'll be blessed. If you disobey, there are consequences. That is what most of you don't want to hear, but that is the eternal truth. That God must be recognized. If you don't recognize him, he will get your attention by all means. Go back to Scripture. We must go back to the Bible. For those who want to say, well, we don't know the Bible, it's just a Jewish poetry or whatever. No, the Bible is the Word of God. It's eternal. You know it, that the Bible is real. Why? Because it has been tested over and over again. The words of God, they work wonders. If you follow the instructions in the Bible, things will start working in a way that will definitely bring glory to God. But if you consistently violate the instructions in the Bible, you run into trouble. So we need to do that, to worship God and put Him first. Now, Deuteronomy 4:29 says, but if from there you seek the Lord your God, you will find Him if you look for Him with all your heart and with all your soul. Very important. With all your heart, with all your soul, with all your emotions. With that, God comes first. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you look at Deuteronomy 10:12 through 13, it says, and now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God ask of you? But to fear the Lord your God. Not just Israel. I'm talking to you as a believer, even unbelievers. It's to look unto God. Fear the Lord your God. To walk in all His ways. Walk in all, not some. Walk in all His ways. To love Him. To serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and to observe the Lord's commands and decrees that I am giving you today, for it is for your own good. That's the bottom line. So for those of you who think you are too special and too important, you don't need God, well, you are just spelling out your doom, because we need God, whether you know it or not. In the beginning was the Word. This Word of God resides in us. The Word of God is what controls everything happening in the world. So if you want to run away from the Lord, it's like, where are you going to run to? Where are you going to run to? That's what is happening. Right now, this virus is all over the place. You can't say, well, let me leave this country and go to that country so that I can get some protection. Everywhere is there. So where are you going to run to? We cannot run away from God. We cannot run away from God. I mean, it's painful what is happening right now. But listen to what I'm saying. I feel the pain. We all feel the pain. It is not funny. People are dying. People are suffering. People are hungry. There is hardship out there. But you know what? We can avoid this hardship if we only start where we should start. Obedience to divine instructions. Obedience to Scripture. That is the beginning. When that happens, believe it or not, we won't even have to look for vaccines or for treatment, because God Himself will make sure that these viruses, they don't come. Now, moving right along, the same word He said to Joshua, Joshua 22:5. But be very careful to keep the commandments and the law that Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave to you, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all His ways, to obey His commands, to hold fast to Him and to serve Him with all your heart and all your soul. Joshua was a great leader that took the children of Israel to the promised land. He made it to the promised land. Remember, he was the one with Caleb who brought the good reports. So, how did he do that? By worshiping God with all his heart and following all instructions. And he was strong and he was courageous according to the instructions given to him by God. So if you want to get to the promised land of His promises for you, all you need to do is to put Him first. Is to put Him first. To meditate on His word day and night, constantly. Not once a week, not once a month. Day and night. To worship Him. In other words, every tied to God. Must be tied to God. All his prophets, all his messengers, they are saying the same thing. Let us listen to Samuel. 1 Samuel 12, 23 through 25. As for me, far be it from me that I should sin against the Lord by failing to pray for you. And I will teach you the way that is good and right. I will teach you the way that is good and right. That's what I'm doing right now. You see, but the world doesn't see this. They only want to see technology. They only want to see high life. They only want to see all these movies and all these daytime, prime time shows and all sorts of movies going out there. However, we must come back to God. We must come back to God. We must learn how to pray. We must learn how to stand in the gap for others. We must learn how to stand in the gap for the country. That is our number one responsibility. You know, today some people think, say, well, the church, there are people who just go around, all they do is to attack the church and blame God for everything. How can a good God allow things to happen? Well, if you want to be taught, you will learn. Unfortunately, not too many people are prepared to listen and to learn. If you don't listen, how can you learn? If you don't really trust on God, how can you learn? So before we go, I want to leave you with this passage, Philippians 4:8. It says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think or meditate on these things. So my brothers and my sisters, beloved in the Lord, I encourage you today, if there's any area of your life that you've not yielded to God, please, I plead with you to yield it today. Surrender completely and totally. That is what will save this planet. Whatever we have been taught that is not in order, if you've been told you can just get away with whatever you do, that it doesn't matter, I'm here to tell you that we are accountable to the Almighty God. So while we want this virus to go away, let us continue to push for change in behaviors, change in our attitudes. Let us be sober-minded. Let us go back to the foundation. God, Scripture, meditate on it day and night. I pray that God will intervene, give you and I a change of heart, teach us how to worship Him, deliver us from every demonic virus. I pray that God will save you and your family from this storm that is blowing across the earth. I pray that you will not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. I pray that God will provide you with your daily bread every day. No matter what you are going through now, I pray that heaven will intervene on your behalf. I feel the pain. I feel your pain. God also cares about what we are going through. For his word says, cast all your cares upon him because he cares for you. At this point, may God bless you. May God watch over you. May God keep you. Until next time, remain strong and blessed in the Lord. Thank you.